Hello guys, welcome to another video. I am trying something new this time. I'm going to talk about stories of my life, and I'm going to play with fidgets while I do it, so it's entertaining. So, one of the stories is one time I was with my grandma and my mom, and I was in a stroller. I was really little, right? And I was on the sidewalk, and they stopped to talk for a little bit, and I saw the lake, and I was like, it was shining from the sun, so I thought, ooh, that looks like ice. So I'm gonna try and push the stroller down it and then glide across. And then when I did, then what happened was I ended up actually flying down, and then it was actually normal water. So I went under with the seatbelt on, and I thought in my head, oh, I'm done for. This is the end. I'm cooked. And then all of a sudden, I was trying to unbuckle myself, and then the stroller went flying up. And then my grandma and my mom saved me, and I went back to the car, freezing cold. It was pretty scary, but I'm still alive, so I guess that's all that matters. Another thing was one time I was on a hoverboard, and I was just hanging out on it. I was like, oh, this is cool. And it was my brand new hoverboard, and I was like, oh, so I'm gonna go down the street while we go on a walk, right? So I was playing with it, and then all of a sudden it started going really fast. I tried stopping it, but it wouldn't. Literally, I stopped moving. It wouldn't stop. And it had some sort of setting on it, and it wouldn't stop. And my dad saw, and he was like, oh my gosh. And then all of a sudden it just crashed into the road, and it was pretty scary, but I'm all good. I was like maybe a little scratched up. Now the hoverboard doesn't work. Another thing is one time when I first got my four-wheeler, I was on it, and my grandma was teaching me how to drive it, how to do it, and she's like, oh, we should do it in the grass because it'd be more dangerous if we did it on the concrete, right? So we did it in the grass, but because of it, I couldn't steer as well. So then what happened was I ended up crashing into the weeds, and then a piece of weed hit me in the eye, and I couldn't see for a little bit. And then I opened my eyes, and then another weed hit me, and then after that, and I was like, okay. Then, like, open my eyes, it's like, now I can concentrate on what I'm doing. And then, while I was doing that, all of a sudden, I saw this abandoned slide in the weeds. It was green, and the four-wheeler tire hit it, and it just, the four-wheeler went flying. It was actually daytime when this happened, and once I hit the floor, I just woke up, and it was nighttime, and I looked at my hands, and they were all bloody, and I stood up and saw my mom and my grandpa looking for me, and they're like, oh, there he is, finally. And they came at me, and they're like, oh, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I just passed out or something. And then they were like, good thing wasn't anything worse. There's also a time where I was on a electric scooter with my friend, and we were like, oh, we should do it where one of us is driving and one of us is the passenger, right? And he was the driver, and like he was driving really fast, and I was like, slow down, I'm gonna fall off, right? And this thing goes like 20 miles an hour, and he's like, no, it's funny seeing you laugh and getting scared and stuff. And all of a sudden, he started shaking the wheel because he couldn't steer it while it was going that fast. And he was like, oh, there's something wrong with it. He's like, I can't stop it. I was like, please do something. And then all of a sudden, he just crashed it into the street. It went flying because I was in the back of it. I landed on him and I like surfed on him across the street, and then he was all scratched up and I had like one scratch, and the gym teacher saw it and she was like, oh, I'm gonna help you guys. And she like got us a drink and stuff, and she's really nice. Like, it's a pretty big incident. Like, on the phone he'd be like, ow, my knee hurts and stuff, and be like, yeah, okay, like I remember that. And that's, I guess, all I have for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe and maybe put in the comments what you liked the most about the video. Goodbye, and maybe I'll make another video soon. See ya.